The April rain hammered against the bedroom window like an angry fist, but inside, I was burning hotter than the fever ravaging my body. The flu had sunk its claws deep. Every joint screamed. My skin felt like fire, and each breath tasted like rust. I lay there in our bed, drenched in sweat, staring at the ceiling while the love of my life, Sarah, kept watch downstairs with our 2-year-old son, Tommy. "Stay up here. Isolate," she'd ordered gently, pressing a cool cloth to my forehead before kissing me softly. "I've got everything under control. Just heal." Her voice had been honey then. I believed her with every weakened heartbeat. We were supposed to be married in 6 months. We'd already picked the venue, the cake flavor, even whispered about trying for baby number 2 on our honeymoon. Everything felt unbreakable. Downstairs, I could hear Tommy's delighted shrieks as Sarah chased him around the living room, her laughter floating up like music. It was the only thing keeping me sane in my delirium. But there was one nagging loose end. Our old college friend, Mike, Tommy's godfather, the guy who'd stood beside me at every major moment of my life. Mike was infamously terrible at replying to messages. Days could pass in silence. I'd texted him about coordinating Tommy's upcoming birthday surprise, and still nothing. After 3 days of fevered waiting, I dragged my aching body to the nightstand and picked up Sarah's phone. We'd always done this, no secrets, especially with Mike. "He's family," we'd laugh. "Just check if the flake finally answered." I wish to God I'd left that phone alone. The screen lit up, and I opened her chat with Mike out of habit. What I saw hit me harder than any fever ever could. Page after page of raw, filthy messages, words so explicit they turned my stomach even as my heart cracked open. Fantasies spelled out in merciless detail, photos, voice notes, and then the messages that ended me. "I wish you lived closer. You could come over right now while he's upstairs dying of the flu." Time-stamped. While I was literally wasting away above them, too weak to stand, she was inviting my best friend into our home, into our bed. I stumbled downstairs like a ghost, phone clutched in trembling hands. Tommy was asleep in his playpen, oblivious. Sarah lounged on the couch, feet tucked under her, scrolling casually. The second she saw my face, her expression shifted from relaxed to venomous. "You went through my phone?" she screamed, lunging to snatch it back. "How could you violate my privacy like that?" I tried to speak, voice hoarse, vision blurring, but the words tumbled out in broken fragments. "You wished he could come over while I was upstairs?" She didn't deny it. She exploded. Tears, accusations, rage. She painted me as the paranoid monster, the controlling fiancé who'd driven her to harmless flirting. And the worst twist of the knife? She'd already told Mike it was my idea, that I'd begged for a threesome, that I wanted to watch. He'd believed her because why wouldn't he? She was convincing when she lied. I never told him the truth. Shame sealed my lips. That night she cried in my arms, swore it was a mistake, that it meant nothing. I forgave her, because I loved her, because we had a child, because I was too weak, physically and emotionally, to fight. But forgiveness didn't stop it. It happened again and again, with Mike, with others. Late nights, she claimed, were with the girls. Deleted messages I'd glimpsed before they vanished. Whispered phone calls when she thought I was asleep. Each time I confronted her, she turned it around, made me the jealous villain, the insecure one who couldn't let go of nothing. She gaslit me until I doubted my own eyes, my own memory. I started working longer hours, buying flowers, planning bigger gestures, anything to prove I was enough, anything to keep our family intact. Until August. I came home from work to find my bags packed on the porch, locks changed, a single text, "We're done, you need to leave." Just like that, evicted from my own life. She kept the house, kept Tommy, kept our friends by spinning a flawless story. I was abusive, controlling, unhinged. Mutual friends vanished overnight. I bounced between couches, eventually scraping together rent for a cold, empty apartment that echoed with everything I'd lost. Then came the revenge. A month after she discarded me, the videos started arriving, explicit, cruel. Her with strangers, multiple men, in our bedroom. My posters still on the walls, my books on the shelves, Tommy's stuffed dinosaur peeking from under the bed. She made sure I saw every familiar detail, every reminder of the life she'd torched. Each clip was a fresh stab, designed to annihilate whatever fragments of me remained. I deleted them, blocked her, but the images are branded into my brain. It took weeks in that silent apartment, staring at walls, before the truth finally clawed its way through the fog. I wasn't the villain, I was the victim. She'd cheated, lied, manipulated, humiliated, and then punished me for discovering it. She'd stolen my home, my son's daily life, my dignity, and tried to strip away my manhood entirely. Now, 8 months later, I'm still picking up the shards. Trust feels like a foreign language. Every smile from a woman feels like a potential trap. Every friendly conversation ends with me bracing for the knife. I flinch at the idea of opening up, of letting anyone close enough to hurt me again. The man who once planned a future of love and laughter now jumps at shadows. Some nights I sit in the dark and wonder if I'll ever feel whole again, if I'll ever believe in forever without hearing her venomous voice in my head telling me I deserved it, if I'll ever feel like a man, not the broken shell she left behind. But I'm still here, still breathing, still fighting. And maybe, just maybe, that's the beginning of getting over it. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day I'll look back at this wreckage and realize I survived the unthinkable. One day, the rain will stop.